is the Quit Stalling Geekcast. And boy, do we have a show for you today, people. It is the first episode of the Quit Stalling Geekcast after Season 2 of The Mandalorian has finished wrapping up. I am your host, Herald Silvestre, welcoming you to the Quit Stalling Media Studios. Not much news today, aside from the fact that we're dropping bombs and swinging some sabers here and there. Spoilers are abound, so avert your ears if you have not delved this far into The Mandalorian and taking this journey with me on my Millennium Falcon of sorts, on my X-Wing, on my Razor Crest, and Slave One is the man known to many of his grasshoppers in the far, far west as the Sensei of Humor. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up, Derek O'Brien.
Onichi, what is up, my grasshoppers and all the Quit Stalling? What's up? I got the beard for you guys today. Oh yeah, shake it. Oh no, I lost one, but it's okay. Man, guys, I'm so excited to talk about this. I got my Star Wars ugly sweater today too.
Yeah, you do.
I cannot wait. Like Harold said, there's just so many emotions, reactions. And, you know, I'm actually really happy, though, because this time, guys, we reached out to the far edges of the galaxy. And we have contacted another, I would say, Sith lover from the vast yonders of Pampanga. Give it up for Sam! Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah! Happy Sithmas!
Happy Sithmas, Sam. It's good to see you. We're so glad you're able to join us on today's episode.
Yeah, it's great to see you guys again and have me back here in the show.
Oh man, we're so glad to have you. You know, we've been wanting to get you back on more regularly. We're gonna try and make that happen for the fans at home. We know some of you guys were happy to see Sam on our previous episode, and we're gonna try and make that happen more. You know, we want to give the people what they want. I want to give the people what they want.
Show me some love, you guys.
Yes.
And I'll be here more often.
Woo! Like that.
Sorry, as much as we love Sam being on the show, Derek, I have to point out real quick for the folks watching, for the people listening and aren't able to view this wonderful decoration you have. Well, these ornaments you have on your face. Derek, kindly describe what's going on here.
They are what you would call ornaments for a tree, but they're actually for your beard. So they look very snazzy, very Sith and Jedi. Got the green and red colors. And they're flashing, and they're literally clinging onto my beard. And it's very flashy, right? You know, it's pretty Christmas cheery, I guess. And I got the tree in the background. We're just lit today, guys. You know. But yeah, I saw this like last year, and I was like, you know what? This year in Christmas, I'm just gonna grow it out. And sadly, like I mentioned, it's my beard still isn't long enough. As you can see, they have been falling. So, we'll try to keep it together, guys. Yeah, we got Grogu here. We'll magically attach it back if it falls.
Yeah, he might play with it during the show, so don't be too distracted, people at home.
Right?
He likes shiny things. He likes round, shiny things. DZ saying N64 fanboy here. He wants to make a spin-off of Dash Rendar, the old Nintendo 64 game. Wait, was it called Dash Rendar, or was it no, that was what was that N64? Was it it was Star Wars. It was Kyle Katarn too, right? What was that? DZ, refresh my memory. What was it called? I know Kyle Katarn was involved. But yes, guys, it's been a long time coming, and we have so much to talk about on this episode of the Quit Stalling Geekcast. And we're not going to delay too much, all right? I just want to find out what everyone in the chat, all right, and my co-hosts have been up to real quick. We're going to catch up super fast, all right? Because I know 90% of what you've been doing is just talking about Mandalorian this week, okay? So let's talk about the 10% real quick. Let's start with Derek. Derek, what have you been up to? Well,
not a lot. I mean, as you all know, I've actually been preparing myself this whole week for Star Wars. I'm a little sad that it had to end knowing that, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna brace myself slowly. But I have been playing on my stream. If you guys have been checking that out, new patch for Final Fantasy was out, so I've been playing with the boys. Also, still mixing up with Phasmophobia. A lot of my community seems to love watching me do that. But yeah, man, I've actually been on a big Star Wars hype. Like, man, it's like after this episode too, you know, I feel like I'm 7 years old again. It's just
Yes!
watching all the
yeah,
you know?
definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
and
You.
man, it's a good week, guys. This is a good week, and my birthday is tomorrow. Technically, there already. It's just like, you know,
In like
Happy
2 hours, right? In like an hour 30.
yeah. Actually, let's see, 2 hours. Yeah, like in 2 hours and 30 minutes. Man,
Thanks for
it's
celebrating in advance with us.
yes.
Yeah, babe.
I mean, this is honestly the Mando thing was. Whew, that was like a good birthday present from Disney. Thank you.
Now, there, what happened was Filoni served it up for your birthday, and then Favreau served it up for Christmas.
They heard you. They heard
Exactly,
you.
They're like, all right, let's get these guys some love. You know, we know they're listening. So
2020's been rough, you know.
Right?
Let's give Derek a little
It
something.
has though. It has though.
Oh well, I'm
Yeah.
glad, Derek. I'm glad that you're here. You know, we were wondering if we were gonna be able to make something happen, and you know, we knew this was gonna be a special week. And Sam, you knew too. So what did you do to prepare? What have you been up to this week?
Well, actually, I started last week. I was introduced to Clone Wars and Rebels by my younger brother because, to be honest, so that I could really line up with the rest of the show. So after this, I'm gonna rewatch both Mandalorian seasons and then get on the shows. Well, that's exciting.
That's sweet.
I'm actually jealous that you get to experience that firsthand again. Just saying, because Clone Wars is really. It's like, I don't know what the right word is. It's underappreciated. It's so good, and we talked about it on the show here, guys. And like I said, if you guys are loving Mando, I feel like if you finish Clone Wars, you'll appreciate it so much more. Just saying.
Yeah.
Harold's party vibe is
I
very.
got to agree. I got to
I'm
agree,
catching
guys.
it. I'm catching the bug, Harold.
Yeah, guys, it's a good time. It's a good time to be a Star Wars fan. Oh my gosh.
Oh, definitely, guys. Oh my God, I've never been so happy.
Yeah, DZ.
In years.
I know, right? DZ, Francis, our buddy Josh in the chat. Have you guys seen the most recent episode of The Mandalorian? Because I gotta play it. I gotta play it this week. Hold on, where is it? Oh, it's not playing. Spoiler alert, guys. Spoiler alert. This whole episode is gonna be full of spoilers, so we're not gonna hold back anymore. The season is done, and we have to. We just have to talk about it.
Well, Harold, tell us what you've been up to though first. So we want to know what you've been up to too.
Oh, Derek, you're so sweet. And I will tell you, super quick, Francis is almost done with season 3 of Steven Universe, a show that I cannot also recommend highly enough. Whether you're a fan of animation or just good storytelling, Steven Universe is amazing. And it looks like a kiddie show, but it's so deep. It's way deeper than what it looks. And I would recommend it very highly. Sam, I think you get a kick out of it. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
It's really good.
Yeah, you know, my lineup is just like the rest of Naruto, and then after that it's
Understandable.
One Piece, and then Clone Wars, and then Rebels, and then
Yeah. Jam it after that.
I will get into it somewhere there. Somewhere in there.
Definitely. Guys, let us know what else you guys have been up to in the chat. I have been crazy busy with work and another thing that starts with W, Derek, and also starts with O and R. The World of Warcraft.
Wow.
You almost had it for a second. I was like,
What, Wonderland? No. Well, technically, yes. It's been great. It's been great. But work has been crazy this week. Everyone's trying to finish things up before Christmas so that we don't have to work during the holidays.
Yes.
And unfortunately, as certain industries go, you might not have as much of a break as you'd like.
yeah.
Creative.
I know.
Yeah, Sam too. We just had our Christmas party yesterday. Certain people won awards, raffles, and giveaways. So it was great. It was super great.
Awesome.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. So someone may have been Rookie of the Year. I'm just saying.
Oh,
but enough about that.
A lot of celebrations today, huh?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wait.
Cheers.
Yes.
Wrong cup. Cheers, family. All right, guys.
Then we should have all got blue drinks.
I know, right? I'm gonna drink the other cup though. Oh my gosh. it's all been about Star Wars since yesterday. So, yeah, I just want to talk about that pretty much. So, as you could tell, everyone on the show.
Yes.
We're all ready.
We're all ready.
We're all ready.
Take
we're gonna
it
throw up the
out.
Mandalorian logo. We're gonna throw up the Mandalorian logo because we're gonna talk about it. All right. All right. And real quick, let me play this if I can.
Holy spoiler alert!
One final reminder: if you have not seen Season 2, Episode 8, Chapter 16 of
Why
The Mandalorian, why not? Go pause this stream,
And watch now.
it, and then come back. The video will be here on demand. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And if you're listening to the podcast through Spotify, pause it, people. Pause it. You got time. Watch The Mandalorian, and then come right back here. All right? Let's freaking do it, guys. Let's freaking do it.
Yes,
Let me turn the music down real quick because we're about to get a little serious. And
like that.
I don't have a different soundbite for this. I'll probably edit it in later, but we'll use this one for now. All right, we'll use our usual one for now.
Yes, I see. Good news, everyone!
Derek, this part of the show is brought to you by a little place that we all know and love. It's called Panels Comic Book Coffee Bar over at 713 Mission Avenue, Suite A. And oh boy, is it oh so sweet there in Oceanside, California. Derek, Panels Comic Book Coffee Bar offers you a wide array of comics and coffee, especially during this time of a pandemic. Isn't that right, buddy?
That is true. And guys, where can you guys do this at? I'm going to link it for you in the chat, but it's leagueofcomicgeeks.com. For those of you who are listening to the audio version, I just put it in the chat so you guys can go ahead and click that. Very, very user-friendly, guys. All you got to do is make your profile, pick a comic shop that's local to you, or you can do what I do. I have Panels as my shop, and I chose them as my shop. I make a pull list, and they contact me how they want to ship it, if they want to do it, as a group or single or individually. Very professional people, guys. And obviously, of course, if you can't choose them as your store, support your local comic book store. And guys, I'm telling you, the site's awesome because it gives you like insights on things popular for the week, trending titles. It's really awesome. So definitely go check it out. Leagueofcomicgeeks.com. Once again, I've linked in the chat for you guys. So check it out.
Thank you, Derek. And thank you to everyone over at Panels Comic Book Coffee Bar. We love you. We had Lachelle on our last episode to talk about episode 6. And of course a lot of Ahsoka Tano did not make an appearance again after, but she did leave a lasting impact because we did find out that we're getting an Ahsoka show. But right now, guys, Sam's happy about that.
Yeah.
Right now, guys, it's about our buddy Din Djarin. The name so hard to pronounce, people still can't get it right. All right, they just call him Mando. They just call him Mando, and there's a reason. All right, there's a reason. Guys, let's talk about the episodes. Super duper quick. All right, super duper quick. We got to delve into the episode before the finale because we didn't get to do that yet. Super quick. Oh, that's loud. We got a shot of Bill Burr serving time after the last time we saw him, ganging up with some Twi'leks, however you want to pronounce it, and not doing so hot. Not doing so hot. We see him on a trash planet, scrapping some TIE fighters, and getting marshaled over by newly minted Marshal Cara Dune. He gets set free, guys, and hilarity ensues. Shenanigans occur. As you would expect from I guess Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. It was pretty awesome. I enjoyed his episode, and I enjoyed that we actually got a lot more depth to Bill Burr's character. Derek, I'm blanking on his actual name. I know I know it sounded very American. What was it again?
Oh God, it was DC. I always call him Bill Burr too. But I know it's something. Gosh, we're gonna find it here, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna check it out.
There you go, Miggs. Yeah,
Mayfield.
Sam got it. Miggs Mayfield. Thank you, Sam.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
You're
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam. Yeah, so Mayfeld, guys.
Here for a reason.
Mayfeld. Yeah. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam. So yeah, Mayfeld, turns out he's got a lot more depth to him. You know, they mentioned a certain little operation that went awry because of this Imperial officer that we run into, who commanded his forces into a bit of a kamikaze mission. And Bill Burr, or Mayfeld himself, kind of let his emotions get to him, guys, but with good reason, with very good reason, right? No one is gonna go through this and say he was in the wrong. There's a lot of weight to what happened here. And Derek and Sam, I want to get your thoughts on Mayfeld's added storyline and added gravity. You know, we find out that, okay, you know, he's like if Chandler was in the army. Chandler from Friends
I
was
like
in the army.
I like that. That's a perfect.
He uses humor to kind of bury his feelings deep down. There's a lot of PTSD there. So I want to get your thoughts on that, guys.
Yeah, Sam, you can go ahead first. I want to hear your thoughts.
Well, to be honest, it was like the whole emotion of the room. There was this moment where you noticed somewhere in his eye he was triggered, and you're like, oh no. You're like, oh
That's
no.
true.
And yeah, right. And then the how Mando like shifts his eyes towards it, like, please stop, please stop, please stop.
Yeah.
You're diving.
Oh my God.
You're diving right into it, bro. Hold on, we have to get out of here alive.
That's so true. He's got it. His eyes say so much, right? Mando, and he does everything but actually say shut up.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. It reminds me of this movie, Shape of Water, where you can portray so much emotion with just your face. So you appreciate little things like that when you can act without words. Dang.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so true. And
Amen.
yeah, I want to give more credit to Pedro Pascal, but you know, same goes for Bill Burr and Mayfeld, right? His micro expressions, you know, as much as even he says it,
You know
he's got
he
a
was.
great.
You know he was boiling. You know.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect way to say it.
Yes, because he's a smooth talker, right? And we know he can keep cool under pressure, but this is pushing his buttons for some reason. And he goes off on it, and he tells us exactly why. And it sort of, not necessarily redeems his character, but justifies his actions. You know, there's a reason why he's looking out for himself now. So it's great. The writing was so good. And it was the same director who directed the first Bill Burr episode. What's his name? Oh my gosh, I keep blanking on names today, Derek. My God, we saw him in the round table in
What's the name now?
Star Wars Gallery.
Oh my God.
He's the African gentleman.
Yeah, let me check here.
please
I'll
do,
check it. Keep your thought train going. I got it.
Yeah. So, you know, this guy and Bill Burr, they work well together. They handle the storyline, the narrative very well. They were able to give us exposition without making it feel like exposition, right? It wasn't a very hand-holdy, like, you know, I really hate what you did to my family back there and all my best friends. It wasn't like that. It was very real. You know, in the same way you see documentaries talk to World War II veterans or Vietnam veterans.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was similar to how Rose was talking about Jack on the Titanic. Very bad comparison. But yeah, I want to get more, real quick, your thoughts, guys, on the man who played the villain. Because I feel like as great as Bill Burr and Pedro Pascal were, you know, the guy who gave us another extra layer of depth was someone who was actually antagonizing them. This man right here played the villain role very well, and at the same time had a little comedic moment too. As soon as Bill Burr said, "Oh, we call him Brown Eyes," you know, he doesn't really talk that much. You got to speak up.
I love that. I love that.
What's your TK number? Yeah, that was
It was hilarious.
Dude, actually, if you look too, like, there's a part where it looks like Pedro is like trying not to laugh. It's like really small, but like he kind of little. Yeah, dude. Oh my god, it was hilarious. I was like, dude, I love stuff like that, dude. Oh, it's
like
so
the,
funny,
the
man.
tiny jaw clench, right?
Yeah, the little like, yeah, like you just gotta like. Oh god. And, dude, that's just because that's how you can just tell though too with Pedro, man. He's so talented. Like, if you see his interviews, he is like the most jolly, happy-go-lucky person, right? And this show, he has to be like so contained and also very expressive. So I totally agree and bounce off what Sam said. Oh my god, I respected Pedro in this episode so much more than I already do. It's like someone who doesn't ever speak, and literally you felt how uncomfortable he was the whole time without his mask. It was like, and he wasn't even doing anything, you know, just his actions.
Like, we were stressed because he was stressed.
Yeah, exactly. We're just like, almost like, it's like when he takes it off, you're just like, start sweating for some reason. He's like, what's going on? Why am I sweating? God.
That's so true.
Dude, I know. He's so talented, man. Props to Pedro, man. He's such a good actor. I love it. But yeah,
Derek, you and Francis are having a little. We're mentioning earlier on bad guy from the Matrix. Who was that one again? Sorry.
Mr. Anderson guy. I believe that's who Francis is referring to. Let me know if I'm wrong, Francis. Also, the same guy who plays Red Skull. I don't think he's the voice, but I know he's the actor, and I believe he's also one of the elves in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, he's Elrond. He's Elrond.
Yes, Elrond. Let's just say that for now because I don't know his actor name. But yeah, I think that's who I would think. They kind of look alike. I mean, they have their similarities for sure.
It might have been one of the background guys. Hugo Weaving. Sorry, Hugo Weaving.
Thank you.
But it might have been one of the, because there were other agents, right? There were other agents with.
Oh, true,
Smith in the first one.
True.
Maybe.
True.
Could someone dig that up? Francis,
yes,
let us know.
Francis,
if you
let us
find
know.
More. You find out more about that. But yes, so Sam has a great point. You know, you really felt the uncomfortableness of Din here. The respect that Mayfeld gave him, you know, telling people, you know, saying that he won't tell people what he looks like is, honestly, I'm pretty sure Mayfeld was just as shocked that he was willing to go that far. And I like the little dialogue they had where, you know, Bill Burke was, you know, Mayfeld was kind of spitting the truth. You know, people have their own set of rules that they're willing to bend when the circumstances call for it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I love
and
that too.
I really agree with that. Being a human myself, I have found myself in very similar circumstances. Whether they be, you know, they're not as galaxy scaling as you know, breaching my religion to save a life, but
did you remove your mask, sir? You better not. I'm just kidding.
Oh wait, no. Different conversation.
Okay,
That's a different conversation.
All right.
I would never. That's the thing. I don't want to die. I don't. Want
yeah, right. I agree. Thank you.
Oh, man.
Okay, good clarification.
Yes. Yeah. But you know, it's great. I love the intricacy of the relationship, and in the end, you know, we still get more of Mayfeld being Mayfeld. I like that Cardoon kind of let him go. You know,
his exit. Yeah, his exit.
Yeah, Cardoon was like, you know, it's a shame that Mayfeld didn't make it out of there alive, and he's just like, what?
Yeah.
Are you gonna? And for a second, you think like he's thinking, are they gonna kill me?
Yeah. I know.
Are they about to shoot me right now? Before
Yeah,
he realizes, no, they're letting me go.
I'm a go, guys.
Yeah, he's like,
Go.
yeah, I'm all right. Okay. Yeah, I love that too. Because, you know, in a sense, right, when they say that, like, you would think, okay, they're either going to kill me right now or they're going to let me go, right?
Yeah.
Because they're like, shame that he died in the accident. And also, bam. So he was like, oh, so dude, am I good?
Because he's probably seen that happen, right? He's probably seen that happen.
Yeah. That's such an Empire move, too, dude. Like, right? Like, oh, yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
This is true.
Yeah, just.
Which we kind of see in the next episode.
Yes.
So, I do want to say, before we move on, I love the performances here. Was not expecting to get more out of Mayfeld and Bill Burr than we did, but we did, and I'm kind of very grateful for it. And that's something that the Mandalorian's been giving us, right? They've been giving us stuff that we want and stuff that we didn't know we want without subverting our expectations.
Yes.
They live to serve, my dudes.
Yes.
So
Oh,
good.
by the way, it was Rick Fumijwa. I'm probably butchered the hell out of that. That was the director of that episode.
Oh, yeah,
Rick
Rick
Fumijwa. Fumijwa? Fumiya. Jiwa.
Fumiya. Rick Fumiya.
Thank you, Fumiya. I know I butchered
Wait,
it.
Is it Fumiya?
But it might be.
No,
Let's just-
Famuyiwa.
Okay. Rick directed the episode. This is Rick, our boy Rick.
Really well done. Really well done.
Seriously. Very well done, man. Very well done.
Okay. All right, guys. Famuyiwa. All right, guys. Oh, there. It comes up at the very end. I apologize for waiting this long to see it. All right, Rick Famuyiwa.
Yes.
Really good.
Oh,
He's never
there we
directed
go.
anything dramatic before, apparently. So, good stuff.
Oh, that's good. That was actually really good. I like that.
Yeah. All right, guys, we got to get to the main
Prime
reason why
time
we're
here. The
Prime
prime
time.
time.
He's playing with primetime players right now, people.
Here we go. Here we go.
Let me bring it up. Let me bring it up. Hold on.
Here comes the rescue. No, it's like
Oh,
the rescue right here. Oh man, I can't wait.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this part of the show is where we talk about the season finale of The Mandalorian. Boy, is there a lot to unpack here, but you know what? I can't wait, Derek. I can't wait. We have to do it. We have to go from the end. We have to do a Deus Ex Machina. Wait, is that what a Deus? How do we start? We start from the end. We have to start from the end because it's too good. It's too good.
I like that. I think we're all wanting to start from the end, right?
Since we're starting.
All right, Sam's taking her glasses off. Let's freaking do this. Luke, brother, freaking Skywalker! This is this episode. I did.
Oh, yes, I know.
Oh my god, that was freaking epic.
That was so good. It was so good.
It was awesome. God, I'm so happy.
It was so good, guys. Oh my gosh.
Dude.
We're gonna
Oh
cry.
my gosh.
We're definitely crying this episode.
I cried.
Oh, I cried too. Like, I have had a headache yesterday, and I think it was because of this. I stayed up late to watch it, and I cried. Like, legit. Oh my gosh, you guys.
Oh, dude, I held it in. My tears were piling up under my eyes because there were like 5 people there, and I'm like, I don't want to explain why I'm crying.
And see, I'm like the biggest fan. So I saw the X-wing, I immediately thought, oh my god, who is that? But like, obviously, I don't want to jump right. I literally went, and tears, and I'm like,
wait for it. Oh.
Yeah, I was like, no, they didn't. And as I'm saying this, I'm choking on my words, right? I'm like tearing up. I'm like, oh my god, it's Luke. Oh my god. And I saw the gloves was when I saw the glove, I was like, oh my god, it's Luke. It has to be Luke. It has to be Luke. I was like, oh my god, they gave us Luke. Oh
god.
I refuse to believe it.
You
all went
inhale,
through the same
and then when you
thing.
see the
in
glove,
denial.
you exhale.
Hold on.
So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing for me.
My dude.
Dialing it back. Like I love how Derek mentioned the X-wing. So dialing it back real quick for the X-wing, I saw it. I saw it come on screen. Let me play it real quick. I saw it come on screen, and I was like, "Oh, Appa." I was like, "Oh, it's the Kim's Convenience guy again."
Right, exactly.
Perfect timing.
That could
just
be
like on the
too.
ice planet. I was like, "Oh, but there's only one."
Yeah.
Okay. I guess Filoni's on break.
Yeah, he was done. I'm not cameoing anymore for this damn show. I know he didn't really want to do it in the first season, but he did it like again. So yeah, I thought the same thing.
I feel like you warmed up to it.
Like you said, you definitely think about that.
Yeah. So, and then like you said, he starts walking through the halls, and the dude has got a hood on, and I was just like, no, they're gonna subvert our expectations. We've gotten so used to it since Game of Thrones, right? That's pretty much what we're expecting at this point. And then you see the lightsaber ignite, and it's freaking green, and that was just it. I was like, if they don't do it now, I was so
dude, they teased us
bad.
right with that camera. Like, okay, they're not showing us the color. God damn you! And then yes, when the green lightsaber came, dude, honestly, to be honest, I'll be real with you guys. Like, this is one of those things, and I actually talked about this with Kevin off stream, and it makes so much sense. It's like Game of Thrones, right? It's like you knew Jon Snow was going to be a Targaryen, right? But like when it happened, you still were like, oh my god.
Yes.
Like I feel like we all kind of assumed that Grogu reached out to Luke, but we're like, no, they're not gonna do. No.
Yeah,
I actually
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
it to be Ezra.
Yeah.
But like, dude, you just knew when he was handling those droids, dude, the Dark Troopers. You just knew, like that's
Actually,
like,
every step of the way, like X-wing, you go no, and then the lightsaber, you go no.
yeah,
You see the glove, no.
no, yeah, exactly.
And then the hood comes off, and you say yes.
No, I love how the no is like perfect for Luke because Darth Vader, right? No.
No!
Oh god, Sam nailed it.
Okay.
Sam nailed it. Dude, that
Francis is on the same boat as you guys. I confirmed when he forced with a glove on. So when he
Yeah,
used
'cause
the
even
force with
here-
a glove
Oh,
on.
they're like
on the
son.
image you pause, it's kind of hard to tell that's Luke Saber. He's covering
Yeah.
it well.
But
The
for me,
actor did a good
I
job.
recognize it though. I was just like, okay, that's the hilt.
The green saber and the hum, dude. It's that dark green
Yeah.
hum, like that's Luke's like specific hum, dude. Like, oh
And at
my
this
God.
point, dude, at this point, I
You
was
make
already
me want
bawling.
to check out these saber fonts, man. I have to listen
Oh, yeah.
to them.
No, like it's crazy, like legit, like despite the colors, literally like each Jedi and Sith have like their own hum. It's nuts.
That's
I know.
interesting.
Yeah, it's
That's why
crazy.
I wanna listen.
Like yeah, they make Luke's a
Yeah.
little deeper, right? Because he kind of embraced the dark side a little bit. Like he kind of was like, okay, I accept it, kind of type of deal. Versus like even Anakin's, I believe at times is a little like blue one is a little bit darker because it's the Youngling Slayer 3000. So a little bit.
Blow, blow.
Too
Yeah,
real, bro.
right.
Too real.
But yeah, God, dude. I just wanted to say though that when I saw Luke in that elevator part, I instantly thought of Rogue One on the Darth Vader scene. Like the way
Oh,
it was shot
yeah.
too was like so similar, right? Like, oh my God, I'm like that's his son right there, man. That's his son. And Harold's right on top of it. He thought the same thing.
Yeah,
Dude,
man. And the thing is, I think as much as this was a cool
God.
scene in Rogue One, as much as this was one of the unexpected but most recognizable scenes in Star Wars Rogue One, Luke's was hands down way
Better.
more impressive. These guys are a ragtag group of rebels.
Thank you, Harold.
Yes!
Yes,
You guys
exactly my thoughts, dude. Oh
Are
my
very-
God.
As far as we know,
Rebel trash.
I don't want to degrade them that far. They probably train a little bit, right? But yes,
Yeah, a little above
versus what we established earlier on in the episode as probably one of the most fearsome fighting machines in the galaxy at this point, right? These are engineered to be the ultimate killing
Machine.
things, right? I don't want to say machine again because I'm a writer and that seems
Okay.
redundant and
Just say
it made me
droids.
cringe.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfected droids, right? These are way deadly. Comparative to
What
the
are they called again?
HD-47
Dark
droids.
Dark Troopers.
Dark
Dark
Troopers.
Okay, thank you.
The point being that they've removed the only flaw of the trooper being the human. So, the human pilot. So
Low blow,
Yeah, like, I'm sorry
low
for
blow,
being
dude. Yeah,
like,
I know, right?
super low blow, but super warranted, I guess.
Yeah,
as we saw.
seriously, right?
And Luke cuts through them and
Like butter.
like butter, right? And crunches them like Nestle Crunch.
God, dude.
The thing, guys, is I love the comparison. Right? I love that people are doing side by sides on Reddit of Luke and Vader going through those hallways, but there's no way Luke's isn't more impressive
Yeah, dude,
because they
for
go
sure.
out of their way to establish that someone is formidable, as the Mandalorian himself, Din Djarin,
Yes.
struggled. Right?
Yes. Like when all the
Yes.
droids turned around and they're like, oh.
It's not even that.
Yes.
Luke took down a whole fleet like before arriving to that elevator too. Like, you know what I mean? That like little part. He's like, "Dad, hold my beer. I got this." Like, dude. And it's Luke, right? Like we all know, dude. That part I always repeat is when he pulls the droid in so gracefully and just. And that's the part I love, right? Like you watch this, the music wasn't like epic. like Vader. It was so
Oh, yeah.
calm and serene, but like also in its own way badass, you know? And
Yeah,
just
yeah.
kinda calmly just like, and you see him breathe, he goes like, I was like, dude, I love this show so much, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is
Oh man, I want to get to Francis's points
Because he
in the
exudes
chat.
control na by that time you know?
Oh yeah, that's
oh no.
true.
Yeah, you're totally right.
I agree.
Yeah.
So guys, when I saw this scene, I felt a 23-year-old wait because it was 1997 and I saw the Return of the Jedi Special Edition when it came out. I was 7 years old ish. I felt a 23-year-old weight lift off my heart because as great as Luke was in Return of the Jedi, he was barely finding the height of his powers. He wasn't even at the height of his powers, right? You know, he was a presence when he went into Jabba's palace, sure, but we all know he hadn't completed his training.
Yeah.
He was far from it. And, you know, we waited so long to see him at his peak and never got it. And that's one of the reasons why generations of Star Wars fans were very disappointed with the sequel trilogy. There was no payoff, right?
No, there wasn't at all.
The payoff we got was, for the lack of a better term, subversion. It was someone telling us, you wanted to see Luke do flips like Yoda did, but did you really? That's what they gave us, right? He told Rian Johnson's writing, or whoever wrote the script and the directing, told us this is how we portray Luke's power. He was able to project himself light years away, and you know, and
Seem
and
real,
use the Force
pretty
in a
much,
way
yeah.
we've never seen before. Yes,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
show his power in a different way. And as great as that was, it wasn't what we wanted,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
And we were told, you know, in a way we were told that's really not what you want, you know, and that's not who he is. But now we see who, you know, the merging of that. We see who we wanted and who he is come together in the perfect way that we were told, you know, really shouldn't be, because he was a farm boy. He was this guy who wasn't really trained, but now at the height of his powers, he's hacking and slashing through all these badass, undefeatable droids, like they were a ragtag group of rebels.
Yeah.
And now we actually get weight to the name of Luke Skywalker. This is the Luke that The Force Awakens was hyping up. This was the Luke that everyone became fable for. You know, like everyone was saying, Luke Skywalker, Jedi Master, Jedi. And there was no reason, right? Like, okay, we saw him kind of beat the Emperor, but it was really his dad who kind of threw him down the shaft. Yeah, he saved the galaxy, but, you know, he was in a TIE fighter. He was in an X-Wing. You know, this is the Luke that has the presence. This is the Luke that gives you the... was it Bo-Katan who was like, "Are you crazy?" When Din Djarin was like, "Open the door." That's
Right.
the reaction you expect from a Jedi in this era.
Yes.
There's like 4 or
Yes.
5 of them.
Yeah. Right.
And everyone's afraid. And this is the reason why. We never got that. Every single main movie after the prequel trilogy, the Jedi were kind of, you know, they're meh.
That's existing.
And slight spoiler, like, and also Bo-Katan actually kind of lived through
Yes.
how fierce the Jedi turned, right? So she
Yeah.
knows, like, I'd be afraid to.
Exactly. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So exactly. So we got what we wanted. I
Yes.
think is the biggest point. And we weren't told any different. You know, some people on the internet are saying it was fan service, but I think the people who feel like it's fan service, yeah, all respect
Yeah,
to your
right.
opinion, but
And-
it's this.
Right?
I'm a
Like,
fan.
and-
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
And yes, I
And-
know you served.
Yeah, it was great, right? And in my opinion, this fan service, you know, there's a lot of negative connotation to it. This fan service was earned. They
Yeah.
didn't give us Luke Skywalker in Episode 3, or Boba Fett, or Ahsoka Tano, or Bo-Katan in Season 1.
Yes.
You know, they earned their stripes. They They made us invested in these characters like Din Djarin, like Grogu, like freaking Mayfeld, and Gina Carano's character, who I'm blanking on the name as well.
Cara Dune.
Cara Dune, thank you. They made us invested in all these people who are on a different side of the galaxy. And then they tie it all together in a way that felt natural, right?
Yeah.
Because the obvious answer to Grogu reaching out to the Force and trying to look for Jedi is Luke. And we all thought that. We were like, no, it's too obvious. That's why. Because in our culture, we've come to learn that, no, you know, you don't want the easy answer. But they gave us the easy answer in the best freaking way. Of course it was Luke who was going to come for him. He's the dude who's trying to reform the Order.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, God.
It was so good, and it felt
so good.
like a payoff, a 23-year payoff, even longer for older generations. And in my opinion, you know, paraphrasing Kevin Smith, you know, in a world where we know how the sausage is made, we know how movies are made, we know how this specific show is made, you know, this made me think, how different can it be? You know, we know that, you know, Star Wars is this, A, B, and C, the Force, dark side, light side, smugglers, troopers, this and that. But Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni make us want to come back and dine in for more of this sausage.
Yes, man.
Yes.
Just for the experience. So...
Amen, sir.
Yeah. I really, really, really loved Luke. And to cap off my thoughts on Luke, we're still on Luke only. Yeah, we still got to talk about everyone else in this episode. There's so much.
Yes,
this is the same authoritative Luke that we saw, this confident Luke at the start at Jabba's palace, guys.
Yeah.
You know, he comes in and says, "You will bring Captain Solo and the Wookiee to me." Like, that's the same dude who was like, he wants your permission. But
right.
in a he's confident, he's powerful, he knows it, but he's also respectful.
Like I was saying, he exudes control by this time.
Yeah.
And it's so good to see. It's so satisfying to see this Jedi Master, this hero that we've come to see from his very, very humble beginnings as a whiny brat, saying, "Oh, I want to go to Tashi Station and pick up some power converters." And now we see him command a room full of badasses like Cara Dune, like Bo-Katan, like freaking Reeves and Din Djarin. And they're all afraid of him, right? There's a respect there, and it's so satisfying. This dude has gone through the hero's journey.
Super happy to be a Star Wars fan.
Yes, it does.
God, it does.
This is the content we've all wanted and we got.
Yeah.
And you know, like a lot of people have been saying too on Twitter, like, you know, it's true. Like, this is all we really wanted, guys, in the trilogy. You know, we just sadly didn't get that. And it's so simple if you think about it, but it's so beautiful. And it's not even because like the simplicity behind it is we know like how beautiful it is. You know, it's because we've grown with Luke. We know how powerful he is. We know his power, but we get to see that, you know, like experiencing that literal like hallway scene. Like I said, I had that same feeling when I saw Vader in Rogue One, right? You did not expect that at all. Like, no way, the Vader, no, whoa. But then you saw Luke, it was the same thing. But man, it was like happy tears. It was so beautiful, man. The music, like I was saying, was so calming, and you're just like, man, that's Luke Skywalker. And of course, they didn't drop the name. You know, they just said the Jedi. But respect that. But you know, oh man, oh my God, you guys, this is so beautiful.
God. Did you see Mark Hamill's tweet? I sent it to you guys. Like he was humble bragging.
That's such a troll, dude.
I know.
See anything good on TV? Yeah. See anything good on TV lately? Good. Mark, good. You mean beautiful? And you know, honestly, I love that because my first thought was, I hope Mark's okay with this. You know, I'm assuming, of course, they reached out to him, but like, I was happy
they did because he was in the credits.
Yeah, exactly, right? It's complete side note though too. Like, did anyone else think Dude, I legit, when he had the hood right here and he was about to pull it back, I literally thought that was Sebastian Stan. Like,
I was hoping,
dude.
Part of me was hoping.
I was like, the bottom mouth, I was like, dude, that's Sebastian. That's Sebastian.
Yeah. I was like, Sebastian Stan. Oh, CGI.
No. Yeah,
So,
I
okay.
know. I was like,
So one,
though. Yeah.
that proves that Sebastian Stan looks so much like Mark Hamill
Yes.
that we thought that it could have been possible.
Yeah.
But I knew
Oh, well.
it wasn't because Sebastian Stan is a tall dude. And Luke Skywalker and Mark Hamill, they're actually a little shorter. So
Yeah.
part of me was like, okay, maybe they could still do it in the future, but right now for this moment, they wanted to get Mark Hamill. And you know, as Uncanny Valley as it was a little bit, you just throw that aside, right? You throw that aside and just enjoy the moment. And Francis puts it really well in the chat. If Ahsoka Tano quenched the drought of the lack of Jedi for the show, Luke Skywalker hit me with a tsunami. This dude.
Same, bro. Same.
And you didn't see it coming. You know,
No,
they
no.
hid the secret so well.
Yeah. Mark Hamill was saying that too. Like, I can't believe it didn't leak for a year. I'm like, oh.
It's crazy.
It's
It's crazy. And that's actually how you know he was involved, right? Is they probably got like the mocap of his face and all that. Kind of like what they did with Jeff Bridges for Tron Legacy.
Yeah.
And you know, there's still a lot of work to be done, and you know, they got time before things like Rangers of the Republic. You know, we can see Luke show up there. But man, seeing him unleash was so good. Okay.
No, that was nuts.
I know we could go on much longer for Luke, and a double entendre there.
Yeah, I wanted to hit the chat real quick because a couple people mentioning Lachelle, what's up? Says, really, Derek, that's what you wanted? Which part? There's a lot I wanted in that show.
Sorry.
Can we talk about how Derek totally failed? No. So, okay, I think you misheard me. I kind of like was sarcastic. I was like, there's no way he won't get a series, right? Because like they repainted him. So I was kind of like, there's no way like he won't
Boba.
get
We're
a
talking about
series.
Boba?
Yeah, Boba, because he like repainted his armor. So I'm like, okay, there's no way they're like gonna kill him or not get a series, right? Like, why would you go through all the effort to repaint the armor if he's just gonna like go off somewhere?
That's right.
Francis, it's like Mark Hamill didn't age. Yeah. Also, deep fake maybe. And Lachelle also says he looks so good. Oh, the Sebastian Stan thing. No, it's just because we've talked about it on the show so much, and there's like so many good, like they literally made Sebastian Stan look exactly like young Luke. It was uncanny.
Yeah.
We showed on the show.
Mark Hamill even commented on it, right? Or
He's for it. He's totally for it.
Like,
he's right here. There's like a chance, right? You're like, no, there's a chance here.
Yeah.
It's also fine that we got the deep fake, you know.
Dude,
like
it was beautifully CGI'd. I mean, honestly.
It still has work to be done, but again, you know, if we're gonna see Luke show up for a show called Rangers of the New Republic, they have time. I'm
gonna say though too, I actually watched this twice. The second time on a 4K TV, and the CG on the 4K looks insane. Like,
it looks better.
Yeah, like insane. Like you can tell, but like it's definitely better. But man, it's you guys, I can't even wrap my head around this still. Like, I still cannot believe this happened. Like, my feelings in that moment, I was legit tearing up, and then
man,
so beautiful.
I think for me, I couldn't really. My vision was kind of skewed by all the blurriness. I had allergies at that moment, you know. Guys,
yeah, I got something in both of my eyes. Yeah.
Just a lot of water going around. Maddox in the chat says, "Can we not call it a deepfake?" Okay. Facial mapping, sir. Or is that better for you?
You guys, you know what? No, he was really force ghosting. He just was transmitting it. You know. That's what it was. That's why it looked. That was his like
powers.
Yeah, that was like his first test. That's why it looked so like CG. He's like, okay, I gotta get a little better.
Oh man, so he really did look amazing, right? I just want to point out.
I mean, compared to others,
the pullback on the hood, I lost it, dude. I was like, yes, this is.
I love the dark robe, by the way. So good, man.
Yes. Okay, I wanna do a little more on Luke in a bit, but let's give the rest of the cast their due, right?
Yes.
Let's start with a scene at the start. Okay, let's go from the beginning where they take on some Empire Strikes Back tech and disable the what is it? That's not an Alpha ship. It is a freaking Lambda ship. Thank you.
Yeah.
And this scene, as wooden as Gina Carano's acting can be, which is quite. Oh my gosh, that was very ruthless there. We saw the co-pilot of the Lambda ship shoot his sort of traitorous co-pilot. This little interaction here, I really appreciated because they humanize in the worst way the Empire. Right, this guy is the fascist of all fascists. He considers the rebellion as a terrorist faction. This guy, the guy holding the clone scientist hostage on the Lambda ship, has a little dialogue with Cara Dune, and he gives us the Imperial perspective, and he says things like, Alderaan was a small price to pay to rid the galaxy of terrorism, which is the most fascist thing ever. This space Nazi is the most space Nazi of all space Nazis.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's a very revisionist point of view, and I like that. It really grounds the stakes of what happened. And Cara brings it up too. He's like, I knew people on that Death Star, and she was like, which one? Yeah, mother effer. All right, I know you space Nazis are people too. But you're horrible people. You're the worst kind of people, and you deserve to. You did this to yourself, kind of a thing. So I like that. I really like the depth, and they gave each person kind of a shot at the limelight in this episode, which is, I think, overshadowed by the massive lightsaber of Luke Skywalker. If I can, if I can talk double entendres. But yeah, what did you guys think about this? The nod to Alderaan. And Cara actually being ruthless and straight up, acing this dude in the face.
You can go ahead, Sam, first.
To be honest, at that time, yes, it's all bad, but I was so distracted by her sharpshooting. It's like right there. Sorry, that's all I have.
That's good stuff.
I was like,
how about you, Derek?
Could have died.
I liked it. It kind of set the tone for the beginning. They're very willing to do whatever it takes to survive, kind of type deal. But yeah, like that Cara, for sure. That was pretty. If only all shooters could shoot that precise, right? And then a lot of things. But man, that was pretty dark. I kind of like it though. I like the part that it kind of brings out the, you kind of see who Cara was, and it kind of brought back stuff, and she's just like, okay, don't. So I liked how it basically. It makes you remember like Cara's history a little bit. Jeez, losing ornaments here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was. I actually thought he was gonna shoot the. I thought the scientist was gonna die right there because at this point I'm like,
same.
We really need to have him right now. But I guess that he kind of later in the show kind of helps out a little bit. So
yeah,
he moves the plot
Yes,
forward a little bit.
yeah, exactly right.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, part of me was like, so they needed the coordinates for the Lambda ship.
Yeah, right. It's like
no,
I think
they needed him to like give them like, okay, how does the ship break down? Like where are the entry points and all that stuff. So
dude, honestly, I gotta say too though, that Boba scene where he pulled up in front of the ship and like went over it, I was like, bro, that's so badass. He's like, he was like, put down your shields, open your gate, prepare to be docked. Like that's it. It's happening. And they were just like, okay. Yeah. And he just towers over like, yeah, this is Boba. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I was like, God damn, that's so cool, dude.
Let's get down to business.
Yeah. Oh, man.
The show in the chat says you got to pay all that student loan debt for the clone med school. Oh, my gosh. So he has to stay alive.
Yeah, I love that. Oh, God.
Oh, and LaShawn also said deep for real instead of a deep fake. Kevin, buddy, I know you love Star Wars too. What did you think of this episode? Let us know, man. Let us know.
Yes.
Even for each of these scenes.
We've
already of iconic scenes. We had this cantina scene, right? It looked a little bit like Lothal because it had the Old Republic logo on the outside. Maybe some of those cell cats in the outside. But yes, we got a showdown of all these Mandalorians and people clearing out of a cantina. Egos were abound here. You know, we see a little more of Bo-Katan's pride, which is something we're very familiar with if you've seen the Clone Wars and if you've seen Rebels.
Yes.
You know, she was sort of a little too nice in the previous episodes, but now we kind of get a better look at who she really is. A prideful heiress. And we also see Sasha Banks, Casca Reeves, her character.
Yes.
You know, she's scrawny, but she can fight. There's a reason why she's sort of like the right hand of Bo-Katan, right?
Yeah.
There's a little scene where they kind of kamehameha the flamethrowers a little bit, which is kind of not believable, but I was willing to ignore that.
Kevin even said that when we talked about it, like, flame does not work that way. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. Oh god.
But I get it. I get the need for it, I guess. So Boba, you know, has his Mandalorian heritage questioned, and you find out a few seconds later why. Because Bo-Katan knows who he is. Bo-Katan says such a satisfying line in the most dirty way done to Boba ever. You know, we were waiting for this. We were waiting for a hint, just people knowing that he's a clone. And she says it.
Yeah.
I've heard your voice 1,000 times.
This shocked me, dude.
Cheap shot.
This shocked me so bad. Like, he was looked at as a disgrace, dude. And I was like, really? Like, this is like, literally find out, right? His dad's like a foundling and like all this history and like, donor. I was like, okay, damn. They're like throwing shade at Boba.
Yeah.
I kind of like though. He's like,
yeah.
Funny. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Just kept it cool. I love Boba, man. He's awesome.
And it's good, right? Because this is sort of what you were what you would imagine, like him to go through. That's why he kind of hides who he is, because you know, the clones were the reason why the Empire were able to rise up. They shot all the Jedi in the back, and he kind of, whether he wants to or not, he carries that cross with him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He carries that burden with him, and that's why he probably chooses to conceal his face. And Boba, of course, calls her princess because he knows who she is.
Yeah, he knows. Yeah, I was like, okay, he knows what's going on.
He's a badass. All right, so everyone gets along eventually, you know, for the necessary
I gotta say though,
missions.
too, it makes you wonder what happened to her other guy that she had, right? Like she had.
Oh,
three.
I got a reason for that. Give me a sec.
Oh.
Okay.
Please.
I got a reason for that. So yeah, everyone gets along. You know, they board the ship. Bo-Katan and Casca are there for the Darksaber. We don't quite know exactly why, aside from the fact that they want power. They want to bring Mandalore back up, and you know they got to get that saber back from Giancarlo Esposito. They got to get it back from Moff Gideon.
Right.
Of course, Mando and his crew are there to get Grogu back. Boba. His main mission is to get Mando there, and then that's it. He's done his part. He jets off, gets chased off by TIE fighters, and we assume he blows up, right? And this is the part, you know, I like Moff Gideon and his role here, because Moff Gideon, for the longest time, has been portrayed as, you know, okay, he's a badass, but we don't quite get why, because he's always had an army behind him, and we see it, and that's exactly why, because he's tactical. He knows that, you know, he was threatened, and this is what it is. This, you know, for one way or another, Mando is getting on this ship, so he's got to take precautions. He's got to take preventative measures for this, and I appreciated this because so oftentimes Imperial officers are high ranked, but they're dumb. They're dumb as rocks. Right? You get that in Rebels. The same bureau, I think the IBS or something, Gideon comes from, you know, has this huge dumbass that takes over Lothal, and you're like, how did this guy get this far?
I know.
Right?
I know.
Whose dad is he the son of that he's able to take control?
Whose man is this? Whose man is this?
And again, that adds more to the Empire because, yes, you know, they're going to have political struggles here and there. Palpatine can't micromanage everyone. But Gideon, there's a reason why he's this high up, and we see why. He's tactical, and then eventually later on we see that he's actually a badass. Okay, so moving past all of that, guys, I also want to point out, where was that dude that was with Bo-Katan and Casca Reeve?
Right.
He's gone for the sole reason of the fight scene, for the sole reason of getting on board, right? And showing us that girls get it done, baby.
Yeah!
Oh, yeah.
I've been waiting for this.
True. Okay.
This women warrior
My
moment,
man.
bro.
Hey, that's true. I like that. Yeah. Oh,
Right,
dude.
Sam?
We got a lot of it too, though.
He would have undercut the message of this, which is they don't need no man.
Yeah.
All right? They're the ones clearing the way for the
Yes,
sneaky
for the man.
Mandalorian.
Yeah.
For the Dadalorian.
Yes.
Yeah. For the
Right?
Mando. Yeah.
Right, this was a get down, Mr. President kind of situation, right? Let us clear the way,
Oh
sir.
my god, I had the same feeling when I watched Avengers Endgame. That girl moment there. She's not alone.
Oh yeah. True. That's true.
Feelings.
I totally forgot about that. Yeah. Oh, that's so awesome.
Right?
And
So
they
I
had
loved
a
it.
lot. Yeah, they had a lot. I
Yeah.
love that too.
This is more stuff we need, actually, because I really enjoyed it. As dumb as Cara Dune not taking cover when she runs out of when her gun jams up.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Are you serious? You're just gonna stand there? All that aside, I get it. You can justify it where she's with a bunch of sharpshooters who aren't gonna miss. She feels confident in just staying out there. I get it.
Yeah. Confident in everyone else's skills. Like, they got me covered.
Yes.
Yeah, girl.
Right. And I forgot what the Owl Mandalorian group is called. Are they the Night Warriors at this point? Derek, what are they called?
I thought they were the
Night Watch.
I thought it was.
I think they're called the Night Watch.
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, because they're owls, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, them, freaking Ming Na Wen, who's like 900 years old, still looks like she's 20.
No, it's night owls. Yeah, you had it. It was night owls. Night owls.
Okay.
The Night Watch isn't that GOT.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
True.
I'm getting all these mixed up.
I know, right? Well, they had like the Death Watch, right? So I think that's also why it's confusing.
Yeah, I think
Oh, okay,
the
okay.
dating thing.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So
Fine.
all this was so badass and so satisfying. And then we get the dubstep, right? We get the
Wah, 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 wah. Yeah. Oh god, you're totally
It
right.
took me out a little bit, but I loved it because these Death Troopers deserve their own unique theme. And oh my god, I'm cutting away from Cara Dune and her blaster jamming. Here's where we establish that yes, one of these troopers alone would mess you up, and Luke, there's a reason why Luke is Luke. So here, Din struggles against a Death Trooper, and should have had a concussion at this point.
Yes, right?
Dude,
I was like,
I know.
ow.
Get me that
Ow.
helmet, dude.
Ow.
Oh god. Dude, you can
So
see
the-
like behind him too. The wall is like literally dented. Dude.
Dented,
I'm like,
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
At least get some neck whiplash if his helmet is pressurized, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That scar, though,
they
damn,
established
man.
this very well, and you at first I thought, okay, he's getting his butt kicked because we're gonna show that later on girls still get it done even with Death Troopers,
Right?
Get it done.
Yeah, and I love this. I love. I'm gonna try and get the exact scene, but he kind of gives us a little Red Viper of Dorne. He.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah,
he gives us
good
some
reference
spear.
there. Yeah, he does.
And I think he actually learned his lesson. He put on a helmet finally. So it's where when one character fails, the next learns his lesson.
God. That'd been funny if he actually speared the eye. Now that I think about the Death Trooper, if it went through his eyeball, that would have been kind of a cool nod. They should have done that, but yeah,
Oh.
it got it done. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
I love it. And then, of course, we get Bo-Katan and the rest of the crew storming onto the deck of the ship and confused. Like, where's Moff Gideon? Duh! Dude, he's not just going to stand there.
I know, right?
Unlike what they did.
I've
Like,
been
more
waiting for you
about
to
that in a... Yeah, more about that in a minute. But, guys, Bo-Katan and the crew find the deck empty, and Din with his Red Viper of Dorn spear. The crunch you hear in this scene.
Yeah, man.
Where he chokes the stormtrooper. I was like,
he don't give a damn.
Kids.
He want his boy, and he gonna do whatever to get it. Yes, Din. Yes.
This is his what's it called? Taken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Like
So
this
true.
dude is not giving F. All right, he wants his ego
Dad
back.
mode and Taken. Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's so true.
Oh yeah.
And then we
God.
get, we get the reveal that yes, of course, Moff Gideon is with the child. You kind of saw it coming, and they have this little face-off, and
I love that saber though.
Din, yeah, right, yeah, that dark saber's there. Din sort of bargains with Gideon. He's like, I don't give a crap. You can handle your beef with Bo-Katan. I just want the kid, and I want out of here.
Yeah.
And okay, a lot of people overhype Giancarlo Esposito's acting. I'm one of the people who think, okay, he's good, but yes, to some extent he's very overhyped. But I know he's good, and he shows it here. I believed him. I was like, okay. At first,
Oh yeah, dude. Facts for
Right?
sure, dude.
Same.
It's
Right?
very
At first I was
Empire
like,
move
no,
too.
he's gonna-
Like,
yeah,
It
like
was.
I
It was.
I got what I need. Let's just we'll go our separate way. Yeah, you're
go,
totally right.
go ahead, right?
Yeah.
And at first I was like, no, he's gonna turn on him, and then he kind of lets him get all the way. He lets him get his hands on Grogu. And I was like, okay, there's he got his blood. He gave us the explanation. He told us that all he needed was the blood, giving us the hints at Snoke and Palpatine and all of his cloning, all the reasons for it. We can speculate more on that later, but being in the moment, being in the scene, you're like, yeah, of course he's gonna let him go. He doesn't care. He's not gonna risk his life for, he already got what he wanted. And then he ignites the freaking Darksaber and smacks him on the back.
Yeah.
And you think, okay, maybe he doesn't know that Beskar would kind of match up to this. Or as smart as he is.
Maybe he was taken back a little bit. Yeah, for sure.
Right? And then we get this epic fight scene. Now, I talked about how we know Giancarlo Esposito for being tactical and, he's not as physical as a lot of villains. And then he whips out this badass performance full of action. And it justifies what I heard about the behind-the-scenes stuff months ago, where he broke like 4 to 5 Darksabers props in this fight scene.
Oh yeah, and you could tell it's not a double. This is him, guys. Like I've watched this enough times. I'm like, okay, he doesn't have a double. He's really doing all these things. And for a man of his age, I'm impressed, dude. This scene was pretty cool. As short as it was, not being the main scene, obviously, but man, this was beautiful scene, well choreographed, and man, he worked hard. You can tell.
It's purposeful, right?
Yeah.
You don't get flares. You don't get people freaking flourishing their blades. No, they go straight for the head, which is what Thor should have done. And it's very effective fighting, and I like how down and dirty it is. But, in the end, he gets his butt kicked. And then we get the big reveal that, if you're a Star Wars nerd, you probably kind of had an inkling that there's a reason why Bo-Katan said in the ship scene, I don't care what you do with him as long as he surrenders to me.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And it sets up this unresolved conflict. Right? So, Bo-Katan wanted the Darksaber so she could lead the Mandalorians. And we'll get into the contention of it. So Gideon expresses the reason why, because it's not the saber
eyes
itself.
that moment though.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I was gonna say too. Like, especially if you watched Clone Wars, you know why she's like that. Because we've seen what he explains done in the show, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Darth Maul did this.
Yes.
So
yes. So Maul took it from Pre Vizsla. Maul killed John Favreau's Clone Wars character. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He did. Yep. And so you kind of knew. You're like, okay. And also, just for like a reference, guys, if people are just watching and new to this, like the Darksaber was first introduced in Clone Wars, so like you hear a lot about it in there too. So definitely like worth the watch if you're kind of wondering. If she's kind of like worth it, like to watch the Clone Wars about, I'd say for sure. There's a lot of good story around that. So
And shout out to Conic Sticker, who gave a list of essential Clone Wars and Rebels episodes in our Discord. You guys can check that out there. I'll pin it later on.
Thank you.
Yeah. You can skip a lot of the filler episodes, the side stories, the B quests. But yes, going back to the scene, it's revealed that you need to win it. And for the Rebels fans out there, you know that Sabine Wren kind of handed Bo-Katan the Darksaber, and you're probably wondering, wait, that was done before. Why doesn't she care now? Or why does she care now? And it's likely because being bested by Gideon, plus being given the Darksaber, maybe whether it's her questioning, maybe it's her questioning her leadership and the need to redeem herself, or maybe it's the Mandalorians themselves who need to see her prove herself. There's a purpose behind her wanting to win it and not just being given the saber. And Din being now the, by way of combat, the rightful heir to the Mandalorian leadership, he doesn't give a crap. He just wants to make his way.
He looks really good with the saber.
He does.
He does.
He really does.
But I also want to commend the acting of not just Pedro Pascal, but the body doubles. They also make it seem like, wait, he's awkward with it. He doesn't want the power, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's the voice acting saying, I don't want it, take it.
Yeah.
Or the body language being like, freaking grab it already. I don't need this. I don't want responsibility.
I already have the baby.
There's a lot there. And that's why I wanted to point this out, because there's so much hanging on the balance before we get Luke kind of blowing our minds, right? There's a political and world level importance here of power hanging by a thread. And Bo-Katan is flashing through her mind. She's like, do I kill this guy? There's no way I'm accepting this gift.
Right?
Yeah.
She was really thinking about it. Like, how am I going to do this?
Yeah.
But I have to do this.
Right.
I can't do this.
Yeah. There's probably like 1,000 scenarios in her mind. Like, do I have him give it to Gideon so he can hold it, and I take Gideon's head off? Like, like, what are the loopholes I can do?
Yeah.
Because she also, I guess, on some level, doesn't want to do it the wrong way, right?
Yes.
Could she live with herself if she kills Din to get this? Some dude who literally just wants to give it to her.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I love Gideon here because he's just like a little kid. Like, no, he can't take it.
Yeah.
He's like, why? No, you can't give it to her. Nope. Like, dude, I love it. He's like, oh no, it doesn't work like that, man.
Yeah,
he's that little smirk, like.
That's why he was just so accepting of his defeat. Like, he wasn't even bitter
right,
about
I know, right?
I
just love it, dude.
You just tear each other apart.
Yeah, he's like, oh, well, too bad.
Yeah.
This is part of my plan all along.
It's a little emperor-like, right?
Yeah,
like,
dude. Yeah, right.
His mind was like, even if I lose, I win.
Yes. It's really good. It's really good. And I like the whole tension in the room, right? Casca Reeves is like, if I kill Mando for her, then I get the saber. I don't want that to happen. Like, there's a lot going on, right? So no one wants to pull the trigger. And then it's all undercut by the episode 4, the New Hope, Empire horns blaring. Oh man, it brought me back. I know we heard this in Rogue One, guys. I know we heard the.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's so good. And then we see the return of the Dark Troopers.
Return of the dubstep.
Yeah. So it's not that easy to get rid of these guys. They're not just fireproof, they're space-proof as well. So they just make their way back onto the ship, and then you think, oh my word, they're in for it now. Gideon has all of this mapped out in his head.
His fucking smug face.
I know. I told you, it's that little. They're gonna kill all of you, but not me and the child. Yeah, like I'm just gonna sit here because you guys aren't gonna kill me, obviously.
Right?
My God. Great acting on his part, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Like for that.
Yes.
Oh man, I agree. So yeah, it was super good to see all of this. It was very relieving and satisfying. And then of course we got our Luke scene, and oh man, I just want to point out with Luke again, as we go back, this is the guy who's gone through his hero's journey already. He's at the point where he's returned with his special knowledge.
Oh yeah,
he's gone through his apotheosis and all of that stuff. He's come back a better person.
Yeah.
And blocking out what we know about Luke in the future for now, and fixating on this, it's just so satisfying. I want to say it one more time, right? Because my gosh, now it's like watching a 14-hour movie that hits all the right notes and then gives you a wrap up, kind of like Endgame sort of did, where okay, we get a tie up to this thread of Return of the Jedi, where we finally get to see Luke realize his full potential, and he's going around the galaxy rescuing younglings. He's just going around being like, you go to the academy, and you go to the academy, and you're a Jedi, and you're a Jedi. It's just so cool.
Yeah, you could tell this is like you said too, it's that same suggestion I had when Grogu was reaching out to other Jedi or to someone in the Force, right? Like, this is the point in time where Luke is trying to start his school up. He's looking for other Force sensitives, and obviously, you can see that here. He's ready. Oh yeah, he's no joke, dude. Like, oh my god, I cannot like explain how crazy this was. Like, dude, like, I mean, we all thought it. Let's be real, right? Like, Luke could show up. That's a possibility. But did we all really think? Not really. But damn, I'm so glad it did. Yeah, exactly.
You just suspected. You're like, okay, the most obvious choice is Luke, but then you're like, nah, they're probably not gonna get him, right?
I mean, honestly, yeah. And this, from all the Rebels and Clone Wars cameos this season, I literally thought Ezra was gonna show up. I definitely knew that a Jedi would have to take care of the Dark Troopers. I was kind of hoping for Ahsoka, but after that, like, we got that announcement of her show coming off, so I'm like, oh, maybe it won't be her then.
But
yeah. Let's talk about that actually in a little bit. I want to talk about like potential people we want to see show up there, like Luke perhaps. I want to get into that. I want to talk about chat real quick. Because,
let's go back to the chat.
Michelle and Kevin were bringing up great points, right? That Bo-Katan does put up a double standard. She makes fun of Din being one of those guys, being part of the Night Watch and being a religious zealot, and then following the old way. But then when it comes to the Darksaber, she's like, wait, no.
That's a good point, but I would retaliate against that. This is different. Like, I mean, obviously, he's trying to revive an old way that's been ignored. This is literally what made them Mandalorians, though. Like, this is, like, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but from what I know about the Darksaber, like, that Darksaber was what united the first Mando Jedi into Mandalore. So maybe it's a little... It's
what united the entire planet of Mandalore, because they were broken up into their own clans.
So that's what I'm saying. So maybe it's a little, like, deeper. But then again, like you said, though, back to Kevin and it's true, because Sabine did the same pretty much, and she kind of did it there, and that was before this, right? Yeah. It was but then,
like, I also like how it goes back to what Mayfeld said in the previous episode, where everyone's willing to come up with their own rules when it suits them.
True,
right?
Yes. I was gonna bring that up too.
Yeah, and again, it's also like, does she want the respect of not just herself, but the people she's gonna lead, right? Because it is the story. It's not. It may not be her dictating this. It might be like people who will look up to her, who will look to her as their leader. Like, if she gets gifted the same saber twice, how does that look on her? Right?
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's like, like, if you don't like a political leader, whether it be a president or a war chief or whatever, and they lost the seat twice, so to speak, and then are re-gifted it by people who, in your eyes, are more deserving, how does that look on them, right? I think this is what they're trying to say.
Yeah, because there's a lot more to it than just tradition or religion.
I would agree, but it's a great point, and Kevin in the show, and Kevin says it's basically the Iron Throne, but you think people played fair to sit on it? I'm sure everyone in that room would turn a blind eye if she took it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they did something small. They did a big feat right there in this episode, right?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
But yeah, I think
enough.
it's like Derek said, it's very complex. It's her internal feelings about how she wins it. Whether everyone there will agree and like have a blood pact, be like, all right, she kicked his ass, all right, like, and then and then never speak of it again. Will the guilt get to her? Will she end up questioning her leadership from then on out? Right? There's a lot of internal conflict there.
Yes.
I'm actually more curious on too. How many Mandalorians are probably alive that she feels the need that, you know what I mean? I was under the assumption that
the same thing.
Right, I'm like, okay, she wants to rule Mandalore, but literally Boba said it's that it's turned to glass, so it's not there. Or it's just white. But like, my thing is, okay, is there that many that she feels the need that this is so important, you know, that she needs to do this? Like,
I think you got to think of the Mandalorians as kind of like the Vikings, where they never like. Yes, they have.
That's a good way to look at it.
They have Scandinavia, they have Norway, Sweden, all these countries where a lot of them are based. Yeah. But a lot of them are out there conquering and going to different planets and, you know, finding foundlings and establishing colonies. So I think those are the people she's trying to unite and be like, take up arms and take back what's ours, kind of a thing. So there's a lot there to unpack, and I really enjoy it. I see. Okay. My overall feelings for this episode of The Mandalorian are tied to that, because not only are we as excited as we were for the Star Wars galaxy here on out, we're excited again, right? So Derek, The Last Jedi especially, and The Rise of Skywalker, I think Sam and maybe some people in the chat can relate to this, had me feeling like I wanted to rewrite things. I wanted to change, and my phrase was, if they did this, if they changed that. But the way Return of the Jedi made me feel, the way, to some extent, The Force Awakens made me feel, and the way this season of The Mandalorian, this episode of The Mandalorian makes me feel, is they could do this from here on out. They could, what can they do with this character? It's a change. It's a very subtle and slight change of wanting to rewrite what happened to wanting to see and maybe write what happens from here.
Yes.
Right? And that's exactly why there was a divide in the past. People did not feel like it lived up to what they wanted because they were subverted, because it was change that maybe wasn't necessary, or maybe didn't give us a satisfying feeling like this did. So, right? And, you know, that's why this feels different to me. In the very pure sense, is it makes me, like Derek said, a 7-year-old again. It makes me an audience member and not a critic that writes stuff that has to rewrite stuff in my head or on paper.
Yes.
This makes me think, where are they going now? What are they gonna do with Luke?
I was gonna say, like, having The Mandalorian, it feels like when you read a book for the first time and you find out you really love it, and then you want more. Like, you go there without expectation, or diba? So you're just excited for every step of the way, every chapter of the way. Hey, look, chapters. Right?
Yes. 100%.
What happened? Yeah, because what happened with the newer trilogy is because it fell to new age as well. You know, it's not the stuff that we grew up with. As much as there is some sense of nostalgia and there is some fan service, it wasn't where we wanted it to be.
Yes.
I think it just supports the theory too that, like, Star Wars, anything past the original and sequels should have just been a TV show, honestly. Like, if this doesn't show that, I don't know what does. Clone Wars already showed that. So did Rebels. This is even, oh my God, like,
because they can take their time with the narrative.
Exactly.
And the lore.
Exactly. And it's like, you know, like, we, like I said, we thought the Luke thing, but like that feeling when you saw Luke, regardless if you knew he was gonna come, literally shocked everybody. Like, everyone was like, you didn't feel that at all in the movies, the trilogies. I mean, not that it's a bad thing, but like, you know, like, okay, cool. It's kind of ridiculous you bring Palpatine back, but, you know, literally they give us everything in the trailers now. It's just like, what is? I went to that movie with no surprises at all. You know, but God. Yes,
I think the closest I got to that was seeing Han and Chewie come out onto the Falcon, and onto that like pirate ship where the Falcon was being held, and seeing Luke at the end of The Force Awakens. Like, oh, this is it. We're gonna get to see him in all his glory.
I know. Yeah. See. It's just seven. Just
seven. Like a hermit.
Yeah. So you could rewrite things from The Force Awakens. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Ahsoka's time traveled. Okay, so
I'm sorry, I'm reading Kevin's comment. He goes, imagine if CGI Luke threw Grogu the way he threw his lightsaber in Episode 8.
Come, little one.
Come, little one. Yeet.
Oh my god. No.
Oh no.
Oh,
Can I just say though, I think it would have been an added touch if when he was going away, Mando was like, have the ball and gave it to him.
Oh, dang.
I was waiting for that.
I guess too much. I think it's good.
He put the ball in the pocket, right?
Yeah. Me and Kevin were saying that, like, it would be so good if they just added that little.
Yeah. Okay. So speaking of that moment, guys, this was the true finale, right? The true final scene. As much as we loved Luke, the reveal of Din. I want to look at you with my own eyes. Right? The first time each of them actually see each other clearly. Mando not through his visor, and Grogu not through the helmet. And there's a connection there that we hope also has a payoff in the future. Cough, cough, wink, wink. And not just left as a thread undone. But yes, this is one of the most emotional scenes in Star Wars history. Lachelle says, you said you wouldn't rewrite. Derek, don't rewrite stuff. No,
what do you mean?
No, you wanted to add the ball to the scene.
Oh no, yeah. I mean,
it would have been nice.
Yeah, it would have been like perfect, right? Like I always say, there's nothing in the world that can be perfect for me. Like just that little thing though would have been.
But what we got was great.
Yeah.
And this this scene. So Din and Grogu share a final moment. Din promises that they'll see each other again, which is very Anakin and Shmi, but I felt like this one had, because of the maturity of Pedro Pascal's character and Pedro Pascal himself, was portrayed a lot better. And because of the era where being a Jedi probably doesn't mean you'll never see people ever again, I feel like this is more of a true promise than I'm telling you something just so you feel better, right? Like this feels like, our paths will cross again. I'll come visit you. The only knock I had to this was he never really gets Luke's calling card. Like he never really asks like, hey, where are you taking him again? No, he just takes off. He just takes off.
Or, I found that scene funny that he put him down and like, it took him longer to walk to Luke with his tiny little legs than to just pass him to Luke.
Actually,
that's true.
Kevin mentioned this too when we talked about it off air. Like he was holding on his leg, then R2 came up. He was like, "Oh, okay, see ya." Like after that, he's like, "Okay, R2's here." Dude, I mean, this scene. First of all, when guys cry, especially people that you're connected to cry, it hits me like deep. I can't.
It gets you,
like,
right? Personally.
Oh, dude, like, and he didn't care, dude. Like people need to understand in that moment, he did not give a shit about his way, about anything. He want just the child. He knew he wanted to see his face, and then that little hand on his face, dude. I lost it. Like my mom, I think I watched it again, and my mom was like, "Are you crying?" I was like, "Don't look at me right now. Just let me. No, okay." And that's the second time, by the way. I'm like watching this, I'm like crying. I'm like, God, this is so like sad. And I think Baby Yoda, Grogu, actually hugged his leg like that in one of the first seasons, like first episodes. Like someone did a side by side when he was standing over the cliff. Dude, it was just like so much more like.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he hugged him like that, and then now it's like, oh my God, dude. He just
like it opens as a close moment. Oh my God.
Dude.
Yeah.
Imagine a later episode where Pedro Pascal or Din is a lot older, and then like Lachelle's saying in the chat, we saw the rescue. Imagine the episode, the reunion.
Yeah, I think we should talk about this. Like, for me, thank God. Like, I mean, I'm all for extending stuff, but there's good times where you should end a show. And if they ended it here, I would be pretty happy. I wouldn't be upset. Like, there's not like for me, season 3. I feel like it will lose a lot of the fan base because Grogu is gone, unless they do like a reunion / time skip, right? Well, that would make sense. Yeah. But like maybe, like I think Kevin mentioned teenage Grogu. Yeah, there he goes. Teenage Grogu would be lit. Like be pretty like further down the line. But like to me, I mean, you have the Bo-Katan thing there, right? You have the Moff still alive, but you kind of, I don't know. Grogu being gone for me is like a big. Oh, it's kind of interesting to see because I believe season 3 is confirmed. I believe.
Oh.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Don't quote me. I'm not sure, but like, yeah, but like, so it's interesting. I'm very excited to see how they'll take it. I have full trust in Dave and John, so I don't really care. Man, oh, dude, it was so gut wrenching, man. I can't even. I don't think I could ever watch this scene and not cry, dude. Like, it's just so. It's so adorable and sad, and it's like
really good.
He did his mission.
You guys want to talk about the post-credits scene before we rate it, or should we rate it now? I don't know if you guys want to.
I think we can rate it now. I would say it separately. Okay. Yeah, I would say it separately.
Okay. Let's start with Sam. Sam, on a scale of 1 to 10, let's be honest, you're not gonna go any lower. On a scale of 1 to 10, everyone in the chat, please give in your contributions as well. What would you give Star Wars The Mandalorian Season 2? Let's start with the finale and then we'll do the whole season. So Season 2, finale.
Okay, finale, I'm a 10.
Oh yeah, say it with pride, girl. Say it with pride. Oh yeah,
10. There you go.
How about you, Derek? D-Rock?
I give it a... Wait. 11! Yeah! Oh! No, I was kidding. Like I always say. Nothing. I give it a solid 9.5. Yeah. That's what they always keep. No. I mean, like, it's just my thing. Dude. I just don't believe something can be completely perfect. Like it could have done. Oh, there's always something you can improve it on. But man, this is for sure. Like it's up there. Okay, let's say 9.9. All right. Okay. But dude, no. I mean. Dude, it was so good though. I don't.
So good.
It's just my morals. Like, there's nothing to do with how amazing that episode was. As a Star Wars fanboy, like I'd literally drop on my knees for Star Wars. You guys don't understand, but like, yeah, it's just my thing, dude. I just don't believe anything can be completely perfect. There's always something you could add on. Like for example, I would have loved for it to be longer. There you go. Could have give us an hour, you know? Give me more, Luke.
That's what she said.
Right? I mean, we all are at the end are like, I want more. So there's my 0.1.
Okay.
But no, dude, seriously, best episode of the series for sure. Yeah. For
Chat,
sure.
let us know how you feel about Derek's rating right now. Okay, to make up for Derek, I'm gonna back up Sam. I'm gonna give it a 13 out of 10. No, okay. Here's the thing, guys. I think this episode was way more than a Mandalorian finale. This was way more than a season finale, and this was way more than what could potentially be a book or a series finale for the for the book of Din Djarin. This wrapped up and filled the whole of 2 movies, give or take, 2 to 3 movies. This gave us a payoff that was decades in the waiting, that for not majority of the fans, but for a huge fan base, is older than the hosts of the show. All right, that's how big this payoff was. So, for being able to juggle all of that and give a satisfying ending to the narrative of the main character without being overshadowed too greatly, it has to be a 10 for me. Again, everyone has their own opinion, but for me, having all those plates spinning at the same time and making it a satisfying finale of not just stacking them onto each other at the end and being like, ta-da! It was, hey, there's still some plates spinning in the background, but it's the finish. How you like them apples. It's gotta be a 10. It sets up so much more, which we'll get into in a little bit. And at the same time, it gave us a finish that if for some awful reason the world ends tomorrow, we can say, yes, that was a satisfying ending.
Oh yeah.
So for me, and that
100%.
reason alone, or for all those reasons, it's a 10. There was never a doubt in my mind.
That's amazing. We gotta
It
see
was
Darth
so
Vader.
good.
Like, dude. I mean, honestly, we gotta see Darth Vader and Luke both have that little
Yeah.
scene, dude. Aside from the original movies, I'm good,
Oh,
dude.
okay.
I'm good. You know, like that's. Thank you, John and Dave. Thank you guys.
Yeah. Okay. So with all that being said, guys, season very briefly. I went on a monologue there. Let's give our season ratings very briefly, as a whole. Sorry. So episode wise, Lachelle said 10. Of course she did. All right. She let her mind be blown. And then.
Yeah.
We'll get into Kevin's rating in a bit, Kevin's comment in a bit. Guys, let us know your ratings. But for the season as a whole, how do you guys feel? Sam.
Wait, I'm still thinking.
Okay. As you're thinking, okay, let's go in reverse order. For me,
All right.
I was gonna say 9.5 because of Derek, but you know what? It was a 10. As a whole, one season of movie quality storytelling overshadowed $2 billion blockbusters. All right, and that is an amazing feat. They had much less of a crew, much less star power, and yet they were able to give us a story that, a lot of people will look far more fondly on than The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. Unfortunately. But we all, as Star Wars fans, come out as the winners because we know that there's more coming, and they have proven a concept that was shaky at the start, right? There's a reason why George Lucas took forever to give us a Star Wars show, because he knew that the budget wouldn't be able to allow it. And now that we have it, my God, is it in the right hands with Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni? So, with all that, season 2 is a 10. It gave us the Sarlacc, it gave us the Krayt Dragon, gave us a satisfying ending to the tale, and it also reopened our hearts to Ahsoka Tano, the Mandalorians, like Boba Fett and Bo-Katan and Din, and, of course, gave us the most unexpected yet should have been done a long time ago return of the powerful, the great Luke Skywalker. Derek, how about you, buddy?
Yes.
The same as episode 10. Excuse me, 8. 9.9 for sure.
9.9.
I loved every single episode of the Mando, guys. Don't get me wrong. Even season 1 for me, 9.9. Like, I loved it, dude. It's like, this and Clone Wars. I'm kind of with what Juancho said. We mentioned on the show way before when we watched Rise, right? Like, the new trilogy kind of makes you upset, because it's not what you wanted. I personally, of course, I enjoyed the trilogy. There's a lot of things I would change for sure. And, I enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't really agree with a lot of things, but Mando, aside from many other things like Clone Wars, gave me that feeling again of what I appreciate about Star Wars, what I look forward to, the feelings.
Oh my God, it gave us a new hope, guys.
Yes, it gave us a new hope. There you go, Sam. I love it. But man, dude, the Luke scene, dude, the Ahsoka scene, the Bo-Katan scene, those things that you look and you're like, oh my God. And that's like literally what Star Wars has always been about. And since I was a kid, like I said, when we started the show, it literally felt like I was 7 years old again. And I got that from this show. So, dude, it's hands down one of the best, if not probably the best Star Wars media right now, or medium right now. I mean, dude, it's come on.
Agreed.
I know.
How about you, Sam?
Okay. I'm sorry, but mine is a 9 for now. Until I get into Rebels and and Clone Wars. Because, kasi for me, I actually really enjoyed season 1. And so season 2, having all these characters that I don't know or have much of a background of, it made me curious about who they really are.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so for now, it's a 9, like not knowing much about them. So let me get back to you after I finish both.
No, I agree.
That's
exactly what
That's
Harold
a fantastic
said.
perspective, right? Not knowing these characters, as Derek and I know fondly, it's great to see that. Okay, for people who aren't familiar, this is how you feel.
Yeah.
It made you want to know more about them, but it was good enough that you still gave it a 9.
Like I said, it was like a because like I said, I had no particular expectations since I knew that I wouldn't know the characters much. And it's like reading a book when you keep getting to know these characters and keep wanting to know more. It goes chapter by chapter and in depth of everyone and the whole narrative. So it gets more interesting and you get more invested.
Yeah, and then they do callbacks to other books that you haven't read, and you're like, now I gotta read that book.
Yeah, see, I feel like that's what makes I feel like in the end, right? That's what makes a franchise so good. Is the fact that it can reconnect you with feelings that you saw beforehand. Like I said, I completely agree with Harold too. Like that's so good you rated that because you're not like you're kind of preparing yourself to like see the other stuff that's been mentioned. Like I said, even when the Ahsoka episode, when I heard her theme, I teared up. Like that's just because it correlates to something else on the show. So it's man, it's just honestly a franchise that can bring you into different eras of the franchise, right? Yeah, it makes it what it is. Yeah, like kind of what Harold was saying with the books, right?
Like episode, I was able to watch the Clone Wars one. I think it was season 7, the part where it connects to episode 3.
Oh yeah.
That's exactly why it hit me so hard. Right?
So it was a good intro, and like Harold was saying that since it makes you curious about the characters and going more in depth, it made me watch Clone Wars, at least that part where it connects.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah. So it's really good. It's really good. And again,
really
I know we're referencing each other. Like Derek said, it's Star Wars 101, making you want more context to certain things that they don't fully explain, but you're like, oh, now I gotta know more. Now I gotta know more. Now I gotta see all this other stuff.
Yes,
the expanded universe and all that. So it's good. It's fantastic.
It keeps curiosity and Yeah.
I totally agree with all of you guys. And I love getting all these different perspectives. And speaking of perspectives, Kevin in the chat, Maddox, is saying weakest episode was the one with the naked frog hot tub scene, because imagine the first nude scene in Star Wars history involving a frog. And to me, Maddox,
how dare you?
How dare you, sir?
Because hella cute. I was kidding.
Jabba was hella naked and
right?
Cute. No,
hella cute.
No, but to that point, Kevin, I think a lot of the frog people out in the galaxy probably appreciated that scene. All right, and I feel like you're discriminating against them.
Yeah,
so,
man, come on, man. You're so cold-blooded, dude. Bad.
Post credits, we see Jabba's palace. We see the Gamorreans. And Bib Fortuna, who apparently survived.
Fortuna, dude! Oh my god, freaking chubby Fortuna, dude!
Chub Fortuna, apparently surviving being blown up on the ship of Jabba's barge. I feel like, maybe he was on the edge and managed to jump off a little bit and wandered the deserts for a couple of days before making his way back to the palace. There's ways to survive.
Right.
And, Fennec Shan, Ming-Na Wen, and Boba just tearing stuff up, shooting everyone who decided to stay, and except for the Twi'lek. And yeah, dude, in cold blood, Mando straight up axes Bib Fortuna. I'm so glad to see you. I heard many rumors.
We both thick now, yes?
Bam, dude. Gets him right in the chest and blows him up. And we get this scene, guys. Sitting on
pretty
the
powerful
throne
scene, yeah,
of Jabba the Hutt, and Fennec, just taking a swig of the alcohol on the side, and this looks cool. First of all, Fennec, not your typical female sidekick. She doesn't pose all sexy like. She poses like a badass with one leg up, drinking.
Badass, yeah.
Right? Not your typical female portrayal, and I love it.
I love it.
Yeah. And then we get this,
And
the Book of
like
Boba
all
Fett.
of them are covered and all of them are in pants. I appreciate that so much.
Yes. Yeah.
Enough metal bikinis. Give us pants, baby. Give us pants
Dude,
and long sleeves.
yeah, I'm just happy to see this, honestly. Like,
With pockets. Real pockets.
fuck.
Okay, so we're going to end the show here on a little bit of a speculative note because there's no confirmation on this, but we have touched on it, right? Where do we go from here? Season 3 of The Mandalorian was announced to be December 2021, but apparently we're getting this, the Book of Boba Fett, on December 2021 as well.
Yes.
Derek, you mentioned that if this is the final chapter of Din Djarin's book, you would be happy. And there's a chance that it could be, right? Getting an out-of-universe perspective, tying down an actor like Pedro Pascal for a show like this for numerous seasons might be difficult. It'd be more feasible to get him to show up on other shows in a less leading role, maybe like in Rangers of the New Republic, or maybe as a side character on Ahsoka, here and there. And, you know, with that being said, narratively, it also makes sense that The Mandalorian would be about different Mandalorians. It's not the furthest thing from the imagination. You'd have Boba now. His story would be, going from Din Djarin's establishing that there was a way, or this is the way, to Boba being like, this is my way, mother effer. And then to perhaps, if we don't get it right away, the Night Owls and Bo-Katan's story later on. Yeah. Right? So this could be about many different Mandalorians. And if that is the case...
I agree with you too, because I was going to say, I thought, I might be overlooking this, but I thought the title, The Book of Boba Fett, was kind of strange. Right? It doesn't seem like a series. It seems like something within something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think it did it with Avatar, right? Like, book 1 was Air, book 2 was something else. Like, this seems like a book like a inside Mandalorian
perspective.
Yeah. And like I said, so that, like what Herald was saying with the season 3 confirmed 2021. So it's kind of interesting to see that, like, you have Mando. But I don't know, it's all speculation right now. Like, a lot of people are saying, I think there was an issue too with Pedro. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I do remember there being some, I don't want to say drama, but some disagreements.
No, there was drama supposedly that was reported, but he's gone out since saying that, because people were speculating it was because he wanted to show more of his face. But he did go out on a statement in a UK talk show saying, no, I get the reason why, and if it serves the purpose of the show, there's no reason why I should be showing more of my face. He kind of cleared that up, so maybe it was either related to something else, and he's deflecting, or maybe it's a different reason because they were shooting under COVID conditions. Who knows?
Yeah.
True, but I get the need to bring that up. That's a good pull, Derek.
Yeah, because I also heard in certain interviews that he really wanted this, and he's a huge Star Wars nerd. So I mean, like, I don't think just not showing his face should be an issue.
Yeah, for sure.
Doesn't seem like.
I mean, they've shown it like once at least. Well, this season they showed it a lot. So I'm happy. Like I said, Poggy Pasquale, that's what I call him. Yeah. Poggy, he's just brown eyes, man. Poggy Pascal. So, dude, I don't know. He's just so handsome to me. I don't know. My boy Brown Eyes, man. When I think that might have been why too. It hit me a little harder. Like, my brown eyes, baby, turned to wet eyes. It's so sad.
The brown eyes.
Yeah, how impactful was that, right? Like, we ended his chapter with seeing his face.
I know, right? Like, dude, like, like, also kind of circling back though too. It makes you wonder. Like, honestly, he has nothing. He has no ship. He doesn't have Grogu. I think would be okay if it ended there. I would love an explanation what he does afterwards. It could be shown though with Bo-Katan, because she kind of offered him, right? Like, you could always come and, come with me on my journey where I can kill you later. No, I'm just kidding. But like, seriously, I'd be happy if they ended it there with Din's journey. Anyways, I'm happy with how it ended, and I love when good things end. Don't prolong it. You know?
Yeah. And this was satisfying. Lachelle in the chat says it's confirmed. What have we confirmed, and do we have a link? I'm not quite sure what's been confirmed. Can we get a link to that? So going back to the book of Boba Fett, guys. If this is the next installment for the Mandalorian, I am on board with it. If it's a separate thing, I'm also on board with it. I don't care. I'm back on that boat, Derek, that we talked about in the past. More Star Wars, more better.
Yeah, right. Sadly, all these new releases are like next year, like next year, right? Like 2022, I think.
I mean, we're getting a lot next year. Like I think Ahsoka is slated for next year. Bad Batch is for sure next year.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's not like, man. I was telling someone about, I can't remember, but I was like, I would love where you have Mando end and then something else starts, and then that ends, you have something else starts. Like, just give us continuous Star Wars. I can't wait anymore, dude. You just want more. I feel like Kylo Ren yelling in the cockpit when he was trying to kill Luke. More.
Hit him with more stars. Like Disney's in the cockpit. Hit him with more stars.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God! Someone should make that, dude. All the laser beams are like all the Star Wars titles. Just shoot it. Oh God.
I'd be down for that. Yeah. So Lachelle says the Book of Boba as a season. Do we have a link? Do we have a link for that? I want 100% confirmation.
Oh no, it does say at the end of the episode. December 2021 for Book of Boba. At the very end.
I think she's saying it's confirmed that it's the new season of The Mandalorian and
not
just a separate
I gotcha.
thing.
I gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah, before we call it, okay. I don't want to be one of those people that has to redact their statements because we've done that so many times in the past.
I know, we have done that a lot. That's true. Yeah.
I want full confirmation first.
Well, I would I would love a time skip thing. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. That'd be pretty sick.
Why not? Why not, right? Like maybe Grogu escaped the temple, please.
Yeah.
Dude, because that in itself is so open-ended, right? Like in episode 7, Han says he had a student that destroyed everything. Does that mean he killed everyone? Or what?
I went back and watched that scene. He says some were killed. It wasn't necessarily killed, but some were destroyed. Some were escaped or like left to be like some survived.
Severely maimed or injured.
I could believe that because that Kylo Ren comic book, which I got from Panel's Comic Book Coffee Bar, just saying.
Panel's Comic Book Coffee Bar, Suite 1A.
That plug though.
713 Mission Avenue, Oceanside, California.
No, but I in that comic, it's literally him outside the burning temple of Luke's, and he's fighting Jedi that were there too. So I could believe that people probably got away.
They escaped. Yeah, and
I'm
sure at that point, 20 years later, maybe Grogu's grown up like 5 years. Maybe he's grown up like 1 or 2 years.
Yeah, true.
Maybe speaking he will be. Oh.
Maybe he can talk.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh man. So now we want to see more. And to be honest, as a huge Luke Skywalker fan, and having reestablished that he is this ginormous badass that everyone is afraid of, maybe not known by name, but at this point they probably know him by name. I want to see him. I want to see more of him. I want to see him in Rangers of the New Republic. I want to see him show up in Ahsoka because they gave him to us. Might as well keep giving him more of the spotlight because it's about time.
Keep serving.
Right?
We're all here for it.
We're here for it. Whether it's Sebastian Stan or Mark Hamill with his facial mapping, I don't care. If he's too OP, have him be the cavalry, right? When things are looking bleak, have him be Gandalf at the east side of the freaking ridge, swooping down and pulling down a giant freaking Star Destroyer from the sky. Have him be that guy, right? You don't have to give us a full season. Just have him be more badass throughout the shows.
I'd be happy with 1 episode a season.
Yes, or 1 scene a season. Just more of that. More of that.
Please. Yeah, more Luke, right? Yeah. Like exactly. Okay.
Okay. Sorry. Can I say one last thing about Luke? One last thing about Luke. I love how they've given us the Luke that isn't afraid to tap into the dark side. This is what Rey should have been trained to do, right? That's okay. That's it.
Yes.
I'm done.
No,
I
dude,
want to see more of this guy.
I agree, man.
The guy that's
Like,
not
literally-
afraid to be gray.
Remember, guys, this is the Luke that traveled across the galaxy to save this little guy he barely knows. Right? But when the world's about to go
saving
to
Grogu.
shit, he eats a lightsaber, apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently. But yes, Harold, yes, dude, that. I will have this scene on repeat for the next weeks to come.
Yeah. Maddox in the chat. Grogu surviving 2 genocides. Give him a medal already.
Seriously, right?
That's
Dude, he's
true.
fell so many times too that he's like a resilient little
that
guy.
small. He's like slipping through the cracks.
Yeah.
Okay. I love it. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're good. I think we've covered everything. I don't like the Mandalorian. We shouldn't stall. We shouldn't overplay our hand. So we're gonna end here. We're gonna take things to the end. Here we go. Thank you to all our most recent followers, and thank you to the chat. Chat, you guys were amazing. I want to get more of your thoughts on the show, guys. Keep them coming. Lachelle, Maddox, Francis, let us know what did you think. Give us more of your thoughts on Luke or Bo-Katan. Give us what you think of Din Djarin. Your personal feelings on if they would move on from Din and maybe focus on different Mandalorians. What do you guys think? Let us know, or tweet us at QuitStallingUs on our social media. Message us on Facebook, facebook.com/QuitStallingUs. Tag us in your Instagram stories with your favorite memes on what could be happening from here on out at QuitStalling on Instagram. And, watch more of our stuff on YouTube and Twitch. Twitch.tv/QuitStalling and YouTube.com/QuitStalling. Thank you to all our most recent followers, like Darklord422, Andre4015, Caramel Mel, Tet the One True God, Toxic Draven, Down with Fun, Booty Night, Satan the Devil, 60-Minute GG, and it's your boy Byron. Sensei. We got some subscribers, like that beautiful Sensei humor guy, almost on a 1 year.
Who's this
and
guy?
a BMO King of Ooh with the 26th month. Who else has subscribed to us, Sensei?
All right, guys. Well, you have Francis and Human Panda tied at 26 subs. My God, you guys are awesome. We love you guys.
And BMO now too.
Yeah.
BMO.
Yeah, BMO's catching up, you guys. I'm so happy. It's a battle. We appreciate all the love, guys. Thank you so much. But going down the list, we got Miko P, Nerf Diva, as Harold said. Yeah, I know, right? You guys are amazing. As Harold said, Sense of Humor, whoever that guy is. Notorious KGM, InstaDZ, Ion Hammer Stream, Denunci, Wisa Is, Neo Gear, Zilfox, The Fury Bot, King Tiger 105, New Molly, Zeffy Buns, it's Mark Lesturb. Hope I said that right. Sorry if I did it. Mikkel Roldan.
Yeah, that counts.
Okay, there you go. And Bobby Yestorella. Guys, also, of course, if we didn't mention your name, if you have subbed to us, or if you're just here lurking and chilling and chatting with us, we appreciate it. We appreciate all the time and all the love. We love you guys so much. And we appreciate all the Star Wars geekiness you guys bring to the shows too, man. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you all. We love you. We love you all. Very, very much.
Oh man, that's excellent. Thank you guys so much. Sam, for the people at home who are like, I need more Sam. I can't get enough of Sam. Where can they find you on the internet?
Oh geez.
Yes.
Well, you can find me on Instagram at satisato.art. So I usually do art stuff, but I post a lot of memes on my stories. And as well as other commissions, collaborations, and fan art. Who knows? There might be Star Wars ones coming up soon.
Oh, really now?
Watch out.
Okay. Guys, that's Instagram.com/sapisato.art. SAPISATO.ART. Sam, your stuff is always amazing. I hope more people get to find it. Any highlights that you want them to check out aside from your Instagram stories?
Not at the moment, but if they are interested in other artists, I also put I feature artists all the time, so they're labeled their artists. I think I'm on my 5th one now.
Excellent.
Because every highlight there's around like 50 to 100, I think. So if you're interested in other people's art, you can find them there.
All right, fantastic. Thank you for joining us, Sam. It was such a pleasure to have you back on, and we look forward to getting you on the show more often. Derek, how about you, buddy?
Well, as you all know, you can find me on my stream at Sense of Humor, where chat makes me twerk and do push-ups and wants me to die. So, yes, if you want to see that live, go ahead and tune in there. But yeah, guys, just been kind of streaming Final Fantasy and Phasmophobia lately. So feel free to check that out. Also have YouTube and Instagram, which is at Sensei Humor. And of course, for the fastest updates on my Twitter, which is Sensei Humor with an underscore. So I would love to see you there. But other than me and Sam, of course, Harold, where can the Hark of the Angels be found?
You guys can find me spreading the good word of geek and pop culture and gaming at Herald Plays on Twitter and on Instagram. Tag me in your photos. Let me know what you feel about this episode. Of course, feel free to tag Quit Stalling as well. And let's converse on Discord. You can find me there chatting away with everyone else. Links are below, or you can type in !Discord whenever you're in our Discord chat, and it'll show up there. Click that link, join in on the fun, send us your memes, and let's run together. Let's fly. Yes. Let's walk on the sky, people.
Oh, yes.
I love it. The jokes, Sensei's vibes are coming out. I love it. I love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been one of the most satisfying episodes of the Quit Stalling Geekcast. Yes. I love The Mandalorian. I love myself some Luke Skywalker, and it is about time we got that massive payoff. If you guys feel the same way, reach out to us, let us know what you think, and let's talk. Let's have some fun. It's the holiday season, people, and there's a reason to believe in new hopes. That's right, we're talking about Jon Favreau, we're talking about Dave Filoni, and everyone working on all these shows, all right? Thank you guys so much for tuning into the Quit Stalling Geekcast. Derek, take us away.
Yes, I will gladly take us away. All right, guys, if you guys enjoyed this content, you know where we'll be next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, and of course, guys, get off your butts and quit stalling. Why? Because this is the way. We'll see you next week.
This is the way!